Hello, hello. Welcome to podcasts. We are on episode 6 of the Ascension mini series and part 2 of Energy is Everything. So, if you have not listened to part 1, which is the last episode, go ahead and listen to that and then pop back over and then listen/watch this episode after. Let's start off with our intention for this episode. The intention is to shift your perspective into a more empowering one so you can manifest any damn thing that you want and even more. Anything that you want and more. And today's mantra is, my words say a little, but my energy says it all. My words say a little, but my energy says it all. Have you ever talked to someone who is saying one thing and they are putting out another kind of vibe? That's exactly what I'm talking about. We want it all to be in alignment so that when you are speaking and you are showing up in the world, you are aligned with what you're saying and how you are bringing yourself out there for other people to witness you and for yourself to witness yourself and feel like you can trust yourself and you hold integrity. You know what I mean? So the first part of this episode, so the last episode in part 1, I talked about the importance of neutralizing your energy before going up, 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 high, high, high vibe. And so that is so imperative and so awesome that we've already discussed that. And with that, I want to say that it's really important to align with the notion that not everyone will agree with everything that you say. I talked a lot about polarization in the last episode, and when you are fighting against the fact that someone's not agreeing with you, you are actually creating that polarization and pulling yourself away from that neutral point. So you're actually pulling yourself away from the ability to manifest. And you're hurting yourself when you're trying to get other people to just try to see it exactly as you see it. That's what makes the world go around, is not everyone has the same eyes, not everyone has the same upbringing and thoughts and patterns and habits and these lenses, that we wear. Every single person, it's a little bit different. We all see the world a little bit differently, and that's why we can learn from everyone, even the people we don't want to be like. You know what I mean? We learn more of how we don't want to be. So, you almost should expect people to just not to once in a while to not agree with you when you are truly aligned to your beliefs and your truths, because when you do speak your truth and there is a disagreement, you have to be okay with that, because not everyone will always agree with you. That's just something that is pretty much a fact. Not everyone thinks the same, and it's really important to be okay with that before we go and manifest some cool shit, because we want to make sure we are so strong in the way that we are in our energy that we are not shaken by things that don't even matter. And it's a good sign when someone doesn't agree with you anyway, Say you're starting to, you're getting out there on Instagram or Facebook and you want to be a coach or you're going to write a book and you have all these things to say and you get a hater. Guess what? That's a good sign in my eyes, because you are no longer playing small. There are more eyes on you, and chances are there's going to be someone that doesn't agree, and that is a beautiful thing. So let's shift our perspective to that right away. And now that you've neutralized yourself here, hopefully, I mean, we're all works in progress, right? You can now manifest. But first, you want to focus on who you want to be versus what you want to have. Let me repeat that, because that is literally so important. First, focus on who you want to be versus what you want to have. Wishing and fighting and trying create huge energy blocks when you are going to manifest anything whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. When you are wishing and you are fighting and you are trying so hard, it's actually creating a huge block because you are creating this tunnel vision of wanting this particular thing. And it's almost like you can't see other possibilities that actually could be better solutions, or a solution that will lead you eventually to what you want to get. So try not to be super intense with being obsessed with something to the point where you're repelling it away. So think of what you're manifesting as a really cute girl or guy that you have a crush on. If you keep knocking at their door every single day, if you keep calling them and texting them, no response, but you keep on texting, you keep on showing up, you give them flowers and cards and money, and you're like, why doesn't this person like me back? I'm doing everything in my power to get him or her. I just want this person in my life. He doesn't even know I would be the best person for him. I can't believe he's not responding to all of my texts. I'm going to keep trying and keep fighting for what I want. Okay, obviously that person is not going to text you back because that is repelling 101. You don't do that. So whatever you're manifesting, it's great to get excited about it. But being aligned with what you want is way different than wanting what you want. I know that sounds kind of backwards, but do you pick up what I'm putting down? Repelling something, we do this unconsciously with a lot of different things in our life. But when we can kind of like chill out and, kind of like that cool kid in school where you're like, wow, that kid just has that vibe where he's just so cool and all the cool things happen to him. He wins all these prizes and gets all the girls or whatever. I want to be like him. That's exactly kind of, who we want to be. Is that play it. We gotta play it cool and not fake it. Like, okay, I don't really want it that bad. We really have to honor our energy and understand that the way we are feeling about what we want will decide if we get it or not. That's huge. That is huge. So state your desires and become one with them, versus reaching and wanting and wanting and reaching and trying and wanting. Just feel the energy of having that. How does that feel? It doesn't feel like you need to be needy and text this person all the time. It feels like you got to dance around in your living room and your bedroom to Taylor Swift and just be in this feeling of joy because you have what you want. You have everything that you want. That energy right there will get you what you want. So it's a little bit of a backwards type of psychology. And now it's not just with the mind that we're tricking, it's also our embodiment. What does it feel like to have the body that you desire? So rather than saying, if you're trying to manifest a sexier body and more confidence, instead of saying, I want to be confident and I want to love my body, or even worse, I hate my body, I wish I was cooler. Like that's even lower level. So instead of saying all of that crap, say, I am confident. I love my body. My body brings me joy. When you say things like this, you are embodying the person that already has what you want. And that is exactly what we are going for, because that is exactly how you manifest anything and everything. So results come when you love yourself first. Just like that last example, if you're all hating on yourself, the universe is confused. It's like, okay, she doesn't want to do anything for her. It's just like another repellent when you're hating yourself. It doesn't just go for other people that you're jealous of. It goes for yourself. You got to train your mind and align to your soul's purpose first before manifesting, which is unconditional love. And that goes for loving yourself unconditionally. And do you know what unconditionally means? It means no matter what, you love yourself. That is what will bring you the most magical manifestations of your life, is when you can truly say and feel, I love myself unconditionally. That can be a secondary mantra for today. So live as if you already have it all. Stop listening to the 3D linear way of thinking of looking in the mirror, knowing that you've had this body that you have not liked, and staying attached to that notion. When you look in the mirror and you can still see that same person, but understand that there is a deeper quantum leap that you can take, which is not anything you can see. This is not manifesting like this, which is the best way, which is the quantum way, which is like making strides of a jump to the life that you desire from where you are right now. It's so different than just looking at the 3D picture of your life. It's understanding that there is way more, at least 50% of our existence is beyond what we can see. When we tap into those energies, they will also assist us, but we have to be aligned, again, with our soul's purpose, unconditional love, and feel it in your heart, that love. Not just say it. Remember our mantra today, my words say a little, but my energy says it all. The words help us get to that point where we can feel them, especially when we say it over and over. That can train our brains, which helps train the embodiment of our manifestations. So there are no limitations. There are no limitations, only the limitations that you place upon yourself, which tends to happen through the senses. I see this, I smell this, I want this, I touch this. There's more than that. So it doesn't matter what you see in the mirror. It matters what you feel in your heart. So when you really do feel that unconditional love deep down inside of you, that is where you can truly manifest anything, and your actions will follow so you can to bring you those manifestations. Your actions will follow. You don't want to take action first before actually believing you are worthy of having these things. When you love yourself unconditionally, you know that you're worthy of anything and everything. So allow your ego, which is that judgy part of you, that one that tries to protect you and keep you all safe and cozy, and it judges other people and it judges everything around you and it judges yourself. Your ego will always be there. It's that part of your brain that helps us survive, which, it's used in a different way these days because we're not trying to run from huge tigers out in the wild. We're typically very safe these days. So we don't need to use this fight or flight mechanism as we did in the past. When you feel in your heart this unconditional love, your actions will follow and they will serve your highest good versus your ego. You want to train your ego to serve your highest self versus your highest self being led by your ego. That right there is a huge life switch. And what you want is already yours. So by knowing this and trusting this, that will give you a shorter time frame of how long you have to wait before getting your manifestations. The universe is your co-creator. Are you respecting that? Are you respecting that? It's not just you. You got to think a little bit bigger and a little bit more maybe esoteric, in a way that's not so 3D. I mean, that's the best term to use, really. The universe wants you to have it all, but it's just waiting for you to let go of the blockages that you have built for yourself and that your life circumstances have built for you. So get a coach, first of all, if you don't have one, because when you are holding on to trauma and negative patterns, there's certain things you need to work through in order to release these blockages so you have the space to manifest anything that you want, and so that the universe, source, God can meet you halfway in gifting you exactly what you deserve. because you do deserve whatever it is that you want. So meet yourself at your highest and trust that it is waiting for you. Your life, the life of your dreams, is waiting for you. You have to trust that. You have to trust that. And when you do, you surrender to this process of letting go, not being all that crazy texter person when you're trying to manifest something. Let it go, surrender, understand what you want, write it down, feel good about it, and then dance in your freaking room, because guess what? You already have it all. You have it all already. It's just time to meet yourself there. I hope you enjoyed today's second episode of Energy is Everything. Ooh, it was a good one. We went a little bit longer than typical, but that's okay. I think I got it all out. Like, again, energy, I can talk about this forever. And if you enjoyed this episode, please share it, like it, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to check out my podcast on the streaming platforms, and vice versa. If you're listening, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I'm really happy that you decided to come on this little mini journey with me today. And I will see you for episode 7 of the Ascension mini-series next time here on podcast. Let's finish off with this mantra. My words say a little, but my energy says it all. Get your energy right, and you can have anything that you want. I love you, and I will see you next time.